Hi there, this is Carrie here at Treatment Unicorn, and we are going to talk about sternocleidomastoids in under 3 minutes. This is pretty much what you need to know when you are working with somebody who has neck pain or whiplash. Now, the sternocleidomastoids, which are these here, so they go, there's a anterior portion and a lateral portion, and they connect in from the mastoid process down to the sternum and the clavicles. They are responsible with the scalene, so the underlying deeper neck muscles, for an awful lot of neck, headache, systemic, referred pain issues, but quite often you won't even know that it's coming from your sternocleidomastoids. So in our modern world, where we tend to jut our heads forward quite a lot, it's the sternocleidomastoid which anchors us forward, but we end up getting all the referred pain back here in the upper trapezius, and it gives you that kind of thick neck when the upper trapezius work too hard, but quite often it's because you're like steel wire around the front. When you are working with the sternocleidomastoids as a therapist, you need to make sure that you keep away from the pulse, especially when you're trying to get behind the anterior portion. See, I've had to make notes because there's so much to tell you. They really love long hold work with a very gentle touch. So kind of anchoring and then working like this is a really lovely way to treat the sternocleidomastoids. They play a huge, well, they get really gnarled up when you have falls. Excuse me, I'm a bit hoarse this morning. When you have falls, when you keep your head in one position for too long, if you do a lot of heavy lifting and you're not using your butt right, then you tend to use your neck, and they help with lower body compensation. So if you're not using your glutes and you're not using your quads, you tend to use toes or calves, and that responds in by using jaw and neck, so particularly sternocleidomastoids. Now, if you're working with somebody's sternocleidomastoids and you find that you're not getting any release, you also need to take into consideration what's going on in here, in the masseter, and also deeper inside in the pterygoid, and I'm sure at some point we'll be covering pterygoid work. So there are 4 groups of sternocleidomastoid pain referral. So they can be mistaken for swollen glands, so there's referred pain. So yeah, swollen glands, an inability to kind of tilt your head, like you see, tight sternocleidomastoids can't get this ear down to this shoulder. They cause headaches over the front of the head, around the eyes, on the top of the head. They can also cause tongue pain, difficulty in swallowing, and trigger points right up in the jaw. So there's this backwards forwards relationship between the jaw and the neck and the jaw. They can mimic trigeminal neuralgia, so kind of facial pain coming through here, and sinusitis. They can also cause deep earache and toothache in the molars, and yeah, there's a huge implication between what happens through the sternocleidomastoids and the jaw, and then how it affects balance. So it can cause dizziness, it can cause nausea, it can lead to diagnosis of Meniere's or vertigo, or it can cause fainting, spatial orientation issues, and sometimes you even get hearing loss. Visually it impacts as well. So I've gone to 4 minutes. So much to tell you. Visually it can cause blurring or dim sight, and you can also get a lot of mucus, and kind of an ongoing cough, and continual cold or hay fever. All of this stuff can be symptomatic of a really tight front of the throat. So I totally failed. It's 4.5 minutes. That was not 3 minutes on sternocleidomastoids, but there we go. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.